Disclaimer, copyrights enforced. The following is based on true events, facts, fiction, second-party observations, nonsense, hearsay, bullshit. You be the judge. One thing we guarantee is 100% pure entertainment. All names, places, persons, and things, etc. have been changed for privacy issues. This show is R-rated, may contain obscene language, nudity, not for persons under 18. Please listen responsibly. I'm ready, bros. I'm ready. Welcome, listeners. Blowhard Talkhard here with Julian and his co-host
Rymer.
Rymer's back in the house.
We're back, folks.
It's been a while, Rymer. Where you been?
Man, I've been chilling like a villain and trying to get,
Chilling like a villain. Is that like you trying to be fucking creative, rhyming?
Yeah, it was. But in all truth,
terrible.
there was no crimes happened other than not being here. How have you boys been doing?
All good. Just going back on that, I was watching an episode of Seinfeld because it's on Netflix, and he forgot the girl's name.
Right.
And it reminded her of a girl's body part. Her name was like it was the girl's body part, and it was like the rhyme, and they were like Manola, and it was Clitoris Dolores was her name. So what you just did, villain. What the fuck did you say, villain? Chilling
like a villain.
Yeah. Terrible. Anyways, yeah. We're doing good.
But really, there's more time. I was killing. Thank you very much. Rhymes by Rymer. We won't have those again for any time soon.
Yeah, Rhymes by Rymer.
And this is, man, you boys have been doing well. I've been listening to the shows, knocking out of the park. And speaking of park.
Baseball?
Yeah. Been down to the ballpark. Did you guys, fucking the Jays, man, what an end of season.
Awesome.
What an end of season.
Awesome.
Shit.
Nothing beats baseball in October.
That's true. It's true. The only thing that made it better is if the Jays were in the playoffs and fucking so close.
Well, the week before, me and Pat discussed it, and we were discussing it on the way here. They blew a couple of big games.
Yeah, there was the Yankees. They needed one more game out of the Yankees.
The one before that, Minnesota.
Okay, in Minnesota, they should have
They split. They should have won at least 3 out of the 4. But anyways, if I did this, if I did that today, I'd be a millionaire. You know what I mean? You can't really go back. The games they should have won, they didn't. The Yankees, they should have won that one.
Yeah, they should have.
You know the fucked up thing about the Blue Jays? I didn't know that Robbie Ray, right? Like,
yeah.
First time I watched him pitch that day, and we were sitting at my buddy's bar. We were at the coach there, and I'm like, why is his shirt so fucking tight? And his pants. Like my buddy was laughing. But I didn't know that's an inside thing. Like they had these posters of him with these tight shirts and tight pants. Like that's his
look.
But why does he wear it so tight? Like he looks a little bit ridiculous. But the guy's a good picture, whatever.
Great picture. Maybe it's like a second skin. Like he doesn't want that clothes. Some people just don't like the feeling of clothes like rubbing against their skin. Some people like.
I know, but he's the only guy, and they sort of mock him. You see those posters they have of him, and even the T-shirt they have of him. It's fucking hilarious, man. I'm like, at first I was looking, going, why is his shirt so tight? Like I just could. It's not a baseball jersey, right?
No, it's not. It's not a baggy kind of flopping around.
Not even close. It's as fucking tight as like a fucking. You could get one of those fucking those runners wear.
Right, but
it was hilarious. But anyway, the guy actually he didn't pitch that good either that day.
No,
well, they didn't hit that day.
With the Yankees? Yeah.
It was 2-1. I left. It was the 4th inning. I go watch. The Yankees are going to win 6-2 or 8-2 because the Jays weren't hitting. But anyways.
Yeah, they were a little cold that day, though the weather was nice. But the last game, those fucking bats were on fire. The Baltimore game.
Exciting as fuck, yeah.
Exciting as fuck. Yeah. Call the fire department. That was like so much heat on those bats.
But again, when it was Boston 5-1, I go, they're going to come back to my buddy.
Dude, okay, so it felt like it was locked down. The Jays are like halfway through the game, right? This is before the 7th. And you go, man, New York and Boston are both down. This is fantastic. We got this, man.
New York was 0-0.
Well, yeah, but they were also down on the count when they on the score when they were moving up through the game, and they also came from behind to win.
No, they won 1-0. They won.
Was it 2-1 for New York?
1-0.
Oh shit!
That fucking big tall stooge from New York.
My bad. Yes.
What's his name? Judge.
Yeah.
He did whatever. The back catcher just missed him. The Boston game was 5-1.
Boston was 5-1.
That's the one we should have. We were praying to the gods for.
Yes.
But like I say, baseball's a swing of a bat.
Seattle was out. Not that it mattered, but it was nice to see a Seattle game before the end of the day because those games have been mostly on the West Coast.
They
So
all
you-
started on the same time.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Just that tension to be in the ballpark and go, we got this, we got this.
And then bang.
And then this the momentum. Like in the 8th inning, the room was just quiet.
Yeah.
Just like they fucking like all the wind was out of the sails. You Boston and Boston. Boston has been my go-to like underdog team back in the day when they used to be underdogs. Going, yeah, you can't help but like Boston, and then they have this. Then they've just been nothing but usually good. Well, the worst for the last
thing with the Jays
decade.
is, if you're a Jays fan like I am, you have a lot of looking forward to like the next years. But again, are they going to sign these guys? Who knows?
Yeah, I think there's not too many
Simeon said he's
contracts
gonna
up.
stay.
We do need some more relief and closing pitching for sure.
Well,
That's what we could pick up.
this year, if you look at
Yeah.
the stats, those guys hit those homers. The biggest team in the in the MLB. The Simeon got the most hits, most homers, and the second baseman of all time.
Right.
Guerrero got the most homers of all time for a guy on 23 and under. That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
More than Babe Ruth
They hit the most
Shit.
in their whole Jays career.
as a unit. But as Babe Guerrero, 23 years old, nobody's hit more homers than he has in the
Damn.
whole history of baseball.
So
That's
could-
sick.
So could you imagine if they did sneak in for a fucking wild card game? That would have been.
They would have won. They would have beat them. They would have beat them.
Yeah, because you can't lose all of them to New York. We would have
No,
taken New York.
they would have beat them.
Yeah.
Who was it that said Simeon was on steroids? They were doing a little steroid look.
I don't know. I mean,
And I said,
baseball
that's
steroids?
bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he doesn't
No one in
like-
baseball
he's-
does drugs.
Well, is he on steroids? He doesn't look jacked like those guys were in the 90s.
These are role models for young children. Why would they?
Well,
Why would they do drugs? Winners don't use drugs. World champions use drugs, kids. That's right. So if you want to be on the podium and winning gold, drugs.
Daryl Strawberry.
Thank
Daryl
you.
Strawberry was
Sammy
on.
Sosa.
Yeah, but those guys were jacked. You see what I'm saying? I think even Tiger Woods at the end was fucking on steroids. You see how big he was?
No.
Tiger Woods was more muscle in his upper body as a golfer like
Yeah.
you've ever seen. The guy was like ridiculous at the end. And it's like, how did he become like that?
Push-ups?
Yeah, you can do all the push-ups you want. All of a sudden, he had bigger fucking arms like that. He was like Ben Johnson with the yellow eyeballs
Shit.
back in the
Yeah,
80s.
Ben Johnson had yellow eyes.
Yeah, that was the juice flowing through his eyes.
Right. It was like
Remember that race? His
orange
eyes
juice.
were yellow.
They were. I always thought it was like something with the newspaper, like when they
It
printed
was
those
fucking
pictures.
scary,
It's like-
man. Why are we talking about steroids? Anyways,
Yeah,
Jays
because,
were great. They're going to be doing good. They brought up the kid, Bijou. I thought they traded him, but he was in the minors.
Okay, yeah, coming up from Buffalo.
And then he came up and he played against the Yankees. He got 2 hits.
Yeah.
And then they benched him again.
Well, you don't want to give him too much hope because
You don't want to make him feel too good.
I was like, hey, slow down. You're going to be a trading prospect if we let this get out of control.
But then
But there's also something about, and I don't know the technicality on this rule, but if you play so many games,
you got to get paid.
that as well as you might lose your rookie status. What is that? Like if they bring you up, you're allowed to play some games.
I get you.
Yeah, but if
I
they
think
throw
it's
him
more
in
for-
next season,
I think it's more for money. If you play so many games, they probably have to pay him professional money,
yeah, possibly that. Someone give us the answer.
which
if you're
would
out there.
probably be instead of, I don't know, what do the Bisons pay him? Fucking $50.
Yeah, probably. But beer is cheap. Have you been to a ball game in Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Yeah, for the Bisons.
What do they give it? I don't know how much beer it
Shit,
is.
well, first
Free-
they
you buy
take-
the cup and they keep giving you free refills like in the old days we used to go.
Well, they take
to the
Canadian.
clubs?
They take Canadian at
Par?
Yeah, par. So when you're down there for a game, that's crazy.
But is it draft beer? Why are we
No,
talking?
they serve you cans of beer. They serve you cans of beer, but the cans of beer are fucking like I think they're like $5 or $6. Right? I mean, that's when last time I went was like 2 years ago. But it's a great deal, man. You drive down there, the tickets are like
Yeah.
maybe $20.
Well, we used to go watch the Habs there. You know, Montreal play Buffalo, but that's too much trouble at the border these days. So it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You go to the border,
I
they
haven't
pull
been
you
to the border
over.
since they.
Okay, guys, where you going? Watch the hockey game. Here's our tickets. Here's our passports. Okay, just sit in this office for a second. Second
No.
period. Okay, you guys can go. After the second period started, they would hold you there on like it's like fuck you guys.
Exactly.
The
Fuck
borders,
you guys.
Fuck you guys. You
That's right.
border
You
patrol.
just say that when you cross the border. Fuck you guys. Why are we sitting in this office now? Why are we? Maybe that's the problem right
The
there.
fucking border patrol, man, they have no respect.
Man, I do not want any trouble at the border. I love you guys. Please do not do that cavity search again. So moving along. No, there's no cavity search.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, right. Have you ever been pulled out of line for a search?
Me?
Yeah, for
Come
special
on, man.
search.
You forget our fucking Vegas
Oh yeah,
trip?
yeah.
They
Sorry,
called
of
us on
course.
the PA system.
Yeah, gay.
Like
Okay.
they wanted us to, I don't know, say another word kind of thing, and you're going to jail.
Yeah.
So now I sit on the plane like you go to church, no drink. Would you like a beer? No. You want I'll have a ginger ale. Okay, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like I just sit like a nice little boy.
You know, that'd be a good way to incentivize church if they want to get people back there going, hey, listen, we have morning cocktails to kind of like, hair of the dog that bit you. Because, if you get bombed on a Saturday night, you don't want to go to church on a Sunday. Yeah.
In the old days, we
Let's
used
have
to
an
go on
open
the
bar.
plane. We used to smoke. We went to Venezuela. We used to smoke cigarettes, drink beer. I remember the stewardesses were giving us beers, and we were chain smoking back in the mid '90s. All of a sudden, now you have one fucking beer too many. You're fucking pulling over the plane. They get military police. It's over.
Right.
Things have changed.
Listen, I caught a greyhound back in the day after that guy who
fucking terrible.
Took the head off of the guy on the fucking greyhound. Remember that?
Yes.
Took the head off the guy. What are you talking about?
There was a bus going from the east to the west and
Winnipeg.
to Winnipeg, and someone had this, this mental crisis where I don't know, maybe
Did he use the sword and cut somebody's head off?
I fucking used like a pocket knife and cut somebody's head off on the bus. Like
Oh.
took it off.
And what did
Which is
you
me
were on
laughing
this
at
bus?
is horrific. No, I was not on this bus. I remember it, but I took a bus like months after, right? The Greyhound. And they did a search of the people when you first get there. And this is what the search was. They want to, have you been drinking? That's the question they asked, right? So if you smell of booze or act drunk, you're not getting on the bus.
Okay.
All right. And then they did the security thing, which was just like a long, like one of those regular tables, those plastic tables, like an 8-foot plastic table. You're on one side, the security's on the
You
other.
put your belongings, like the
You
Blue
put your
Jay.
belongings
Yeah.
in one of those, red French fry baskets.
Yeah.
All right.
Like the airport. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Blue Jay game.
there's no metal scanner or anything like that. So
They don't have the wand, the wee.
No. So if you got your machete in your pocket, you don't have to take it out. They just go, "Was that everything?" And you go, "Yes." And they go, "Okay." And then you walk around to the other side of the table. Like that was the bus security. It was
Wow, they didn't have a wand
no wand. No.
to do that sound. Woo.
Yeah. No. There was just a guy waving his hand making that sound.
So that's pretty fucking stupid then. Yeah, anyways, go on.
Yeah. No, Greyhound's gone tits up, but
That was the most uncomfortable. I took it once to the Niagara Falls. It was
Yeah.
$20. The seats were so small. The washroom smelled like shit.
right, yeah.
That was one of the like.
And that's one of the
whoever
best
takes-
buses.
Whoever took that bus like for like a real ride, like to Montreal or something like that, 5 hours,
fuck.
you'd fucking lose your shit.
Oh, try train at Toronto to Vancouver. I've done that, man. Like fucking 60 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a long.
Take the train. At least the train you could have. You could get up, walk
walk
around, go to the bar cart.
leg room. Now, I've been on a bus in Mexico, right? And we all have this image of the buses in Mexico with the chickens and shit like that. And that
Yeah,
supposedly
yeah.
exists. But for
They're all
what, it was
painted
like-
with fucking graffiti.
Yeah, this wasn't the case, man. Got on a
Coke
bus in Mexico
flakes
City
fucking
on my way
pouring
to
down.
on the way to Puerto Vallarta. No fucking chickens on the bus. I mean, there was definitely another less expensive bus that you could see that people were like,
What was this bus? A
families.
fucking double decker from made in China?
Dude, it should have been. No, it was a sweet bus. You could lean back on it, like the bed, like the
Lean
chairs turned into
back,
beds.
bitch, lean back.
They turned into beds, and then people came on. They sold
really?
sandwiches and shit like that. It was a nice television you could watch shit on. They gave you headphones, a
Fucking Mexicans
sandwich,
are
and a
fucking
drink.
high tech.
Shit,
They
yeah.
give you a few couple of grams.
Boom. Well, yeah, no, they didn't offer any,
Any paraphernalias?
No party
Any
favors,
party
if you will.
favors while you're watching that TV.
Yeah.
You have a nice little. They served you filet mignon or what? No, tacos ranchicos, whatever the fuck.
No,
they're
they gave
called.
us this jalapeno bun. Yeah, that was it was a soft prepackaged jalapeno bun and a nice like a proper bottle of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Lake fucking Mexicano.
Yeah, from the middle of that.
Anyways, why would they have this? And this bus was more expensive than the other buses.
Yeah, fuck, it was like what in Canadian it was like probably an extra $1, right? So, but if you're like a family, you wouldn't take this bus.
Because $1 is $1. Got it,
$1
got it.
per
Yeah,
person,
yeah,
so you
for
probably
sure.
take the less expensive. I hear those chicken buses do exist more in the country.
Well, you see them on
But-
on the movies, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're trying to get the people over the board. Do we have any nice buses in Canada? No.
They're all gone now.
They're all gone, man.
You're not
Yeah.
allowed to take a bus ride?
Greyhound went is bankrupt.
So if I wanted to go to Windsor, how do I get? Oh, GO train.
Or a casino bus. Yeah,
Okay,
there's
say I
still,
wanted to go to, I don't know, fucking Belleville. How do I get there? GO train?
Don't go. Yeah, you go
They
train.
don't have like GO buses? Yes, they do.
They got Go Bus. Yeah, the Go system goes to Belleville.
Excuse me. So Greyhound went bust.
I don't know.
What's
Who
the
cares?
bus station downtown? What are they? They used to be all those buses. What were those buses called?
Oh yeah, is that still open? I haven't taken the bus in a
That's
while.
where all
so I
the
have no
the
idea.
people used to come off and used to land over there with the bus and have nowhere to go, like have like a stick with the little fucking package.
Yeah.
And
Like
they're
a
like the
hobo.
hobos.
Yeah.
And they used to go, I have nowhere to go. And then the guys used to drive by, hey, little girl, you need a ride? It was back in the day. They used to always drive the bus stations looking for kids. Not kids, like just like runaways.
Right.
Like a lot of people.
Okay.
And they would, you know what, if you're running away, you're not taking a fucking plane. You don't have the money, right?
Right.
So they would take these buses from these small towns and land in Toronto, confused, and there would be fucking predators, and they would be looking at the bus.
Yeah.
Okay, that
No,
was
I
a
mean, I
big-
didn't spend much time hanging out at the bus station.
I didn't do it, you fucker.
didn't.
I'm not the guy. Like, I'm not
I
gonna
wasn't like going, hey, maybe I could get a new family. I'll just hang out in front of
I
the bus
know,
station.
I'm just saying there was a lot
But I
of
imagine
predators.
that makes sense. Because I've like downtown Montreal, there's a lot of like, you know, it seems to be
Street
people
kids,
that are
whatever you call them.
without immediate residence, that are homeless,
That's right.
that are hanging around the bus
That's
station.
right. What about the squeegee kids? Do they still exist downtown?
I haven't seen them since COVID, man.
You know what? Ever since COVID, you know, the driving has been more less than it used to be. But I remember they would come up to your car and they would just use that dirty water and try to get the fuck away from me, man.
You know what? I gave $10 once to a squeegee kid, not to do my window, and I was like
Yeah.
really hoping to kind of incentivize him. Was like because he was just on Bloor Street. I go, hey, you're a block away from Honest Ed's when they were open. Go there and buy yourself a tuxedo shirt because I saw a tuxedo shirt and bow tie for $10. Get this, go get that, and you look super fucking classy, cleaning the windows, and I bet people give you more money for
Yes.
that, right?
I like that.
And
Yeah.
I never saw the kid again. I thought maybe that's what made him a millionaire and he retired.
Have a little plan of attack, being a fucking street kid.
Yeah, but gas stations near usually where somebody's like going to squeegee some windows. Usually the squeegees are missing.
A lot of those kids are fucking come from very rich homes. But anyways,
Yeah, I've heard stories about supposedly it's not always the case, but Montreal kids. Maybe producer Pat can speak to this, but I've heard someone say some of those kids are like, you know, they come from these swanky neighborhoods and
Yeah.
they just want like a summer of being a hobo.
I've heard of that too
Yeah.
before. I don't know
know
about
if-
now, but
not
the
all of
squeegee
them.
thing was pretty. I remember there was a lot of young like girls, guys. There were like
Yeah.
a lot of them, and they were like, they don't really look too homeless to me. Like they look a little bit on the edge, but
Yeah, like let's spend a summer. We'll hitchhike across the country. We'll live on our own means. We
Yeah,
won't get a job. We'll get a dog.
what was that movie Into the Wild? That movie Into the Wild with that kid when his parents.
It's an asshole.
That movie was fucked
Turned out
up.
the guy was supposedly a bit of a jerk, but
But it was a really fucked up movie. Like the way that's what
was.
what the guy wanted. Right? He had a university, everything was given to him, car, and he decided to leave everything and go into. This is a true story, right?
Yeah, he went up to Alaska,
Yeah, and he just wandered around by himself.
and then
Like, what kind of a mentality did this guy have?
a loner. Little, what's the name of the character from The Catcher in the Rye? Holden Caulfield. That kind of that loner mindset of just taking on the world by yourself.
Yeah, very
No plan, no
depressing
identity.
movie. Depressing movie. If
Yeah.
that was real, that guy. I guess it was real. It was fucking.
That's got to be tough though, man. Like I was watching that, I was just I was so anxious, going, "Fuck, he didn't plan this out."
Yeah,
Like,
what's wrong with this guy? Yeah, you feel
clearly
like
he didn't
slapping him
watch.
through the TV.
Yeah, he didn't watch the who's that wilderness man, the guy who just does all those YouTube clips about just surviving in the wild with
Yeah,
a fucking
yeah.
shoestring and a
Yeah.
couple of nickels.
I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. That guy's pretty funny.
Fucking that guy is great. But how did we get onto Into the Wild? What was that?
The street kid, because he had
Yeah.
the whole world given to him, and then all of a sudden he rejected everything, and he decided to go whatever the fuck he did.
I don't know. Yeah, some kids become the opposite of their parents. You know, that act of rebelliousness as well. You know, like the kid who's
Kids need a few slaps today. That's what they need.
that's what's missing.
That's what's
What's
missing.
missing is some child abuse. It's like they just
Not
get
child
them in
abuse, it's just a little bit of
couple
discipline.
smacks. Yeah, like a spanking. Kids don't get spanked the same way anymore.
Fucking
You know?
Jays, the Jays fucking, for the Jays, we went to the wild
into
wilderness
the
and
woods.
to the spanking.
Yeah, the Jays were given everything, a great hitting team, and next thing you know, they're on the bus to the fucking Alaska. But next year's gonna be good for the Jays, man. If they're ending the season this way, once they warm up, they'll be.
Yeah, but can they
I hope
afford
they're
to
on
pay
fire.
these players after?
Fuck it, they got to.
No, but does baseball have a budget too? Like no salary cap in baseball? Oh, so Toronto's got the money. They should pay them all.
Yeah. For what I'm paying for my Rogers internet, they got to start paying these guys
Fucking
more.
Rogers, yeah.
Speaking of shit going up in cost, fucking gas is like ridiculous.
How much is it?
It's like almost $1.40. It's supposedly going to be up record highs this week.
There was a gas station, Esso, on one of these streets. People would line up because they went down to 130, for example. There was 1,000 cars lining up, idling for 30 minutes to save 5 cents a liter.
Yeah,
But the idling for 30 minutes,
you've
just
spent your
killed.
savings.
So I don't get it. There's a sale on fucking potatoes in markup, 10 cents less than for a bag. So I'll drive all the way to Markham for
Yeah.
fucking kill 1 hour there, 1 hour back, 20 of gas, and I got those fucking potatoes. I don't get people, man.
Dude, I'm with you on this. The same when people say, I'm going to the States for a weekend to go shopping, but the money they spent on the gas, the hotel.
But that's more for
the
fun,
exchange
excursion.
rate.
That's an excursion. I'm not driving to Markham in traffic on a Saturday to buy a sack of potatoes to save $1.
Right?
Or I'm going to line up to get gas for 50 cars in front of me in an idle position, and everybody, as they're getting in, they're arguing.
Yeah, when I see a penny or two difference, when I'm like, there's those intersections they have the 2-3 gas stations, I go, fuck it, I'll just take whatever's most convenient.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't drive.
Or I get my points. Whatever gives me the most points, that's what I'm going for. Like, you got a loyalty card? You got loyalty cards?
Loyalty was like a Visa?
No,
Like
like
Visa
a card,
with
like
points?
you get like an Esso petrol points.
I have no time for that. You have those fucking guys at the Esso. Oh, you want bubble gums good and chew gums? This is lighter for, I'm like, hey man, I don't want nothing. Shut the fuck. I don't want no lottery tickets. I don't want nothing. Take the 20, see you later.
When they try to upsell you in the gas station, I worked at a gas station in high school, man. And
they're funny, those guys, because they have a whole little repertoire.
There's a
You want
fucking little
bubble
culture.
gum, chocolate, lighter,
Yeah.
lottery ticket. And I'm like, no. Here's your, and I throw the 20 at him and I leave.
Yeah, we had a boss who was like, hey, you gotta sell more coffee, right? Because the coffee was like, it costs nothing to make a pot of coffee. So if someone wants a coffee, you make a pot of coffee. Because as soon as they buy one, we still make money on that, right? Always have coffee going. And we had this whole side hustle where we would, I can tell there's enough time. Yeah. You would like, people come with their propane tanks for the barbecues, right? It was $25 to fill them, so you fill them up. But there was no way to measure or calculate how much propane was in the tank.
Sure.
So you fill them up, right? They give you the $25, and every few makes it to the cash register, and then we split it up at the end of the day, so you could make an extra, maybe $50 to $100 a shift.
Jesus.
Because we're making minimum wage. That was.
All right, guys.
Then we buy pizza. Check this out. But this is the thing. We were working at the gas station, and the boss goes, "Something fishy's going on." I go, "Oh yeah." He goes, He tells me this. He goes, "I want you to start working the night shift. Can you do that?" I'm like, "Okay." So I cover for this guy in the night shift that he puts on hold for a while, and someone comes up to the window my first night shift, and he goes, I can't remember what his name is, but he goes, "Hey, is Willie here?" And I go, "No, he's not working tonight." He goes, "Okay," and then the next day he comes back and he goes, "Well, Willie here?" And he goes, "No." Okay, he came back 3 times that night. It's like, did Willie leave me a fucking package or anything like that? He said he was gonna leave a bag, and I'm like, a bag? No, there's no bag here. I haven't actually met Willie. He goes, okay, and then other people started showing up, and then it fucking dawned to me, going, I fucking think he was selling weed out of the gas station, and I was like, a great move. I was like, fuck, I should start doing this. But I started smoking weed like months later, and working at the gas station, it was the best, being high, and I understand how that becomes not just a job, it becomes a lifestyle. And I'm happy. I'm no longer working there, but I'm still smoking weed occasionally.
Are we done?
We're done.
Are we done with the fucking weed and the fucking
Right,
Willie Boy, whatever?
Willie Boy.
Willie Boy was the big dealer, and where
But
was
yeah,
this?
there's always a
Alberta?
hustle going on at a gas station. And that's why you don't
no.
get self-service anymore.
Well, I'll steal propane.
Or full service. You don't get full service like you used to.
Anyways, let's take a little break.
All right.
We'll be back, listeners.
Hello, listeners. This is Rymer from Blow Hard, Talk Hard. And we want you to like, subscribe, and review. I'm going to talk you through this. You're going to go, yes, love this show, and put your comments on there. Right now, we are the #1 adult sex talk show in Toronto. We are huge over in Europe, and we want you to continue making us bigger, if you know what I mean.
Ding, ding. Welcome back, listeners. Julian,
Rymer.
we're in the house. Pat, the producer, is here too. Hello, Pat. Pat's drinking his light beer. You know what? We were talking I don't know why I'm talking like that. Pat's drinking his light beer.
Light beer.
Like that, what's his name? The Mahoney guy I was telling you about. The fuck his name? Matthew, where he sells those sleeping tapes.
Oh, yeah. Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew.
Yeah.
All right. So he goes,
Time to go to sleep.
Go to sleep. It's time to... Shut the $80. Fuck off.
Wow.
And he
Wow.
was
How many
like,
of those is that dude selling? That's got to be a great little side hustle.
That's a thing. It's more than a side hustle.
Just like...
I seen it today on YouTube, and he was smiling with those fucking white things. What are those? All these actors have these perfect fake teeth. What are they called?
Veneers.
Veneers.
Yeah.
I know this one girl one time, she was looking, she goes, you have nice teeth. I go, yeah, they're not bad. I go, but yours are fucking perfect. She goes, yeah, but they're veneers. I go, what is that exactly? Like, do they just shove something in your teeth?
They grind down your natural teeth. So let's say you have really tiny teeth or really shitty teeth. They grind down like the tooth, and then they put like another tooth on top of it that's like porcelain or
How
something
much
like
is that?
A lot.
So all these actors have these teeth that are fake. They're not fake, but they're veneers.
I don't know if
whatever
they're all fake, but
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, teeth. A lot of people have bad teeth from when the teeth are teeth. They're hard to that's just the way it is. But everybody that has such a perfect white smile is like, who was it that I seen that had the whitest fucking smile? It freaked me out.
it is a little scary. It is scary when someone has really white teeth, especially when they're older. They're like, holy fuck!
Yeah,
what's
I
up
think it
with
was
your
like an NFL commentator or something. It just didn't look right. I'm like, this is wrong. Like, a toupee is wrong, but these white teeth on an old guy are really wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. But everybody has these fucking teeth. It's
It's like, can you turn down the teeth a little bit? A little too bright. A little too bright on those teeth.
veneers. That's
Veneers.
what they're called.
You know, I was thinking about Matthew McConaughey. He reminds me of Spicoli, Sean Penn's character. If Sean Penn continued playing the character of Spicoli as in a real life, it would be Matthew McConaughey today.
Fast Times?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, yeah.
He won a fucking Academy Award, that guy, right? For that movie. I didn't remember, for the Dallas.
Buyers Club. Yeah. Yeah, he's talented, man. Like
He's all right.
He's
all right.
he's doing something right. I don't know what it is.
No, he's not bad.
Yeah.
He's not bad. I don't mind the guy. He's kind of whatever. But anyways.
Hey, we were talking during the break about like the going to the Jays game, going to the Sky Dome is fucking cashless now, right?
That's right. Me and Pat mentioned it last week, and we're now since you were at the game. Did you buy beers? Are they taking cash or are they taking credit cards?
Yeah. I did have some beers. They're fucking expensive. You get
That's another story. We all know that.
Of course, we know.
How do you pay for the beer?
Like $30 for 2 beers. You pay for any kind of plastic, credit, debit.
No cash.
No cash. They're not taking cash. So even
Why
if you're in
do
the
they not
stands,
take cash though? Maybe
know,
because you
COVID
were there. Did you
preventions.
hear?
We don't know. Yeah, but they don't want exchanging the money because the money is supposedly dirty, chock full of COVID, and they don't.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like coughing.
One time I took a glass and I took a whole bunch of change.
Yeah.
And I put it in. I put some Palmolive soap. I let it sit for 2 days. I fucking rinsed out. The bottom of that glass was full of black soot.
Oh yeah, it's nasty shit.
Like, I'm promoting now the fucking debit cards, which I hate, but it was pretty fucking filthy.
Yeah, man. Did you ever as a kid, I'd put a coin in my mouth so I didn't lose it on my way to the store or something like that?
No.
Never?
Okay, Rymer. Okay, go back to the fucking Jays, man. You with your nonsense, man.
Right, no one,
Before
someone
with
out
the
there has
gas
done that,
fucking
man.
station and
you put a couple, just
now
like
I'm gonna put money in my mouth.
you didn't have pockets. Okay.
Did you ever hear the rumor if you put a penny in your mouth when you were drinking and driving that the penny would take away the booze?
No.
Chew coffee beans, put a penny in your mouth. These were all those I never did any of them because I just never did.
They don't work because it's the contents from your stomach that are coming out.
Yeah, just pretty gross putting that penny in your mouth. But anyways, go on. They don't take cash because of COVID, they said.
Right.
Was there COVID signs, people saying COVID, anything?
Were they giving away COVID? Like, hey, you want COVID? No, what do you mean COVID?
Protesting?
Signs?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. Go on. Okay. So they won't take money because of COVID. Go on.
Yeah. There's people with the signs, we're not going to wear a mask. I'm like, but where were those dudes, when, McDonald's started saying no shirt, no shoes, no service? Were people out there going, I'm taking my shoes off. I demand to go to McDonald's. No,
that McDonald's commercial is pretty funny with the French fries, now that we're back.
Yeah.
And the guy sharing the French fries again with his buddy. Before they would eat the French fries together. Now, a year later, they're all depressed and lonely. Now they're allowed to go back. Now they're back at McDonald's, and the guy reaches over and grabs his fry. We're back. I'm like, what a stupid fucking commercial, man.
Yeah.
People get paid for advertising this shit, right?
Right.
Big money, right?
Yeah, why didn't they have 2 packages?
Why don't they hire me to be in advertising? I'll fucking make a commercial. That was one of the dumbest things I've ever...
What does your commercial look like? How do you say we're back?
To get people back?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I have to think about it, but...
Come on.
It wouldn't be a French fry reaching over the fucking table thing. I'd do a fucking promo or something. Hey, you come back, get a fucking free Big Mac like they used to.
Oh,
and fucking come on in, man. We're back in business. Whatever.
Yeah, I remember
something simple. Doesn't have to be rocket reaching over and grabbing a fry. Like, how fucking ridiculous is that?
They should have had the guy slap his hand going, what the fuck are you touching my fries for? Get your own fries. They're only $1.19.
Let's go to the Mandarin now. Are those places going to be open? The buffets?
Ooh.
No,
I don't want...
What about
I wouldn't
the
go to
free
the Mandarin.
peanuts at the hotel? You going to put your hands in there?
Nope.
Or they're going to have gloves?
Probably gloves.
The casinos are open. How do they handle the chips and all that? My buddy told me he works there. He goes that they wash them every night.
But you're handling them all day.
You're handling them, but as soon as they use those ones, they put them away and they have new ones out. Okay. So they must have bought another million chips.
Good point. Those chips could use a wash. I've never really thought about how
they're filthy
nasty
too, but before they wouldn't worry. But now, if you played them, you have them in your hand and you rough. Once you put them down, you lose them. They're going into this machine that washes them.
Okay.
So when they come back out, they're clean.
Yeah, it is a whole different view on
there's
money
no-
laundering.
That's the scam. Money laundering, that's funny.
But I was down on Ossington. Okay, so I remember not long ago, you
We
go to
just skipped the
Ossington.
Sky Dome beers.
Well,
About
fuck it. Well, this is kind of in the same vein, man, because you go down to Ossington back in the day, it wasn't, you go down there and they wouldn't take anything other than cash, right?
which Ossington?
Ossington Dundas, that strip of bars and
Now
like
that there's
restaurants,
strip
yeah.
of bars, yeah.
Yeah, but
Before it
so
was
I'm talking
fucking strip of crack.
like
Yeah.
pre-co days that you
They
go
really
down
turned
there.
it out nice now, yeah.
Yeah.
I live in that area.
I did as well, man. I lived in one of those Vietnamese karaoke bars.
That's
down there.
right. That's when it was dangerous.
You
yeah.
know, and you're looking there like going, oh fuck, this bar's open at 3 a.m. And you walk in there and like these eyes are looking at you, going, no, I'm not.
The girls are
leaving
on the
here."
street with the umbrellas with no teeth.
No, I didn't see those.
Yeah,
I
they were
was-
there. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Parkdale? Anyways, go on.
So the Aussie, but now they won't take anything but card, right? It seems like all of Toronto has gone card. Is that, I don't know, has that been your experience? Like everywhere, it's hard to find a place that'll take cash.
So I go to one of
was
those
zero.
I go to that restaurant, they won't take my money.
No,
Do
like
they have a sign on front of the door?
no, they let you know that it's.
But it's
card
illegal.
only.
Somebody told me it's illegal to refuse Canadian currency. Because this is what I'm holding in my hand here
Yeah,
with my cheap money clip.
yeah.
It's currency, it's valid. Why you cannot refuse this money?
I don't know if as a business, if I'm selling you something, I can refuse it. No, because I got a
It's
business.
a currency. It's Canadian currency. They made it. This is legal tender.
Right.
If you burn this, it's like it's against. You get in trouble.
You know, that's I've always wondered about. Is that true? If you suppose you
Yeah.
damage the money?
That doesn't belong to you.
know,
This does not
like,
belong to you.
I think
It's part of
that-
you, but it doesn't belong to you.
I think the penalty for if you burn $100 bill is like the $100
You lose the
lost.
$100?
Yeah, it's like
But technically,
Yeah.
it does not belong to you.
okay.
You're just using it. You're filtering it through the system, et cetera, et cetera. So it's Canadian currency. They cannot. Even the thing at the bar was saying he goes, you cannot not take money. Like $1,000 bills out of circulation. That you can refuse.
Okay.
Why? Tim Hortons, somebody told me you can't. They don't take 100 or a 50. Why?
They'll take a 50. I broke a 50 recently.
Do you know why they used to do it?
Why?
For counterfeit. That I accept.
Okay.
But for this, why would they not take it? You know why? If I get 2 sandwiches and 2 coffees and a fucking muffin, it's about $25. So what's wrong with the 50?
Exactly. So you can get
But they won't take it, you're
a 20
saying.
and a 5. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Like if
They want me
they're-
to pay in loonies?
But if you're just getting a coffee with $50, you're clearing out the register. But they should expect that. I've traveled to other places where the big note, everybody's fucking spending a big note and they're prepared for it. But here sometimes it just doesn't. Like Canadians, we're not the brightest candles, burning on the
Listen,
shelf.
If
Sometimes
it's legal, okay, I get it. Sometimes they don't have a change for a $100 bill if it's start of the day, et cetera, et cetera. That's fine. But you're telling me they're not taking it. That's what my
yeah, they're not taking it. It's
But why are they not taking it? I just want to know why.
because again these COVID measures, right? They're just using cards only.
It's not COVID.
It's not COVID,
They
bro.
wanna get- money is they're
Home
getting,
Okay.
Depot before did it, but now I can go to Home Depot and pay Canadian Tire. I can pay cash.
Yeah, and not just
Walmart.
some shops. I'm just saying this one street here, I did not find a restaurant or see a restaurant that wasn't paying with credit or debit that I'm aware of down there.
I'd love to go there and run up a
Yeah.
$300 bill and then say, what? I
I only
don't have a
got
card.
cash.
I don't have a Visa.
That'd be nice. That'd be
I don't got a, what are you going to do?
Let's go do it.
I don't have a Visa. Here, I got 300 for you.
they
Boom.
probably call the cops.
But I have 300 for you. I want to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Here it
again,
is.
we're talking about that story last week about the guy at the Rogers Center.
They put him face down.
They basically were going to tase him and had to call the cops. And there's
What
a
happened here? What's this story?
Guy
wanted-
bought 2 beers, $35. He had no card. He had 35 cash, and they said no. And it caused a bit of a stir, and security had to be involved, and they basically almost had to eject him until his friend came and bought a card. But there's like
Shit. And see, I would take the, if I was in a situation, I'd take the money, right? If I was like the person selling it, fuck, it might be difficult. And then pay with my own card. I
But
don't know.
see, again, they overdid it at the Sky Dome.
Yeah,
Like,
they
why would you put the guy on the floor? The guy has the money. He's not trying to steal. He's not trying to do a scam. He's
Right.
paying with legal tender.
For sure. And he's frustrated with the bullshit of
And
like,
it's
why are
like,
you
what's
denying
wrong
me?
with you people, man? I have money here. It's legal tender. It's not like I'm trying to fool you, play games, give you 100 pennies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, this restaurant, I'll go down there, we'll run up a $400 bill. And the guy goes, Visa only. What? Unless it's posted at the door.
Okay.
But even still, the
And
reason
it might be. I mean, I didn't pay. I didn't necessarily notice that. I just noticed. I went to a restaurant. I had to pay, and I asked. I was like, "Oh, because I had cash in my pocket. So I skipped past that and went to a pizza place, and I offered the cash, and she said, "No, we're only doing the card." Right? And I said, "Is it like this on all of Ossington?" And she says, "Pretty much." Right? And I'm like, "Oh, well, whatever that means." And then I went to go grab a beer, and they'd only take my card. So I was like, "Fuck."
Okay, that's wrong. At the gas station, you could pay with cash. At any other store, like I've never been refused. I can't wait till I get refused.
Yeah.
It's a war on cash because
War on cash.
no, it's gone. I sent you that white
So
paper
why would
2
those
years ago.
restaurants
I
down
know,
on
I
that
know.
strip there be so keen on taking just plastic instead of cash?
Yeah,
They're
'cause-
probably being incentivized by, like, again, maybe
They're being incentivized by the government?
Of course. Well,
Because this way they're not being able to hide anything. If it's all going
Yeah.
on plastic,
It used to be
everything's so-
plastic. Maybe they all got audited because that place used to only be cash for the longest time.
It's only cash everywhere I've gone. I don't know, man.
Well, because that was what we were talking about on the break, was the fact that tips is a big one too, and it's going to screw everybody when we go full digital currency, like all servers, like you're talking like strippers who say like, I only made $15,000 last year, and we all know that they made $215,000.
That's right. Yeah. But they find the loophole for now, and they made 15 grand poverty level.
Like there'll be no under the table unless
That's not true. They'll
barter-
figure it
No,
out.
they
The
won't.
hot dog vendors, they make $1,000. They say I only sold $100.
Yeah, but like again, people are innovative, but they're trying to get rid.
I
of
got it. I got it.
Meanwhile, offshore, those Pandora, the Pandora papers.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
we
it's
all
like-
know what that is. It's
Yeah,
like,
surprise! Everybody's got an offshore bank account with.
yeah. You know who doesn't show up, but I know who's probably there. Is
Me.
and again, we want to ask the question: is where's Doug Ford? You don't think he's got an offshore bank account?
Where is he, anyways? I haven't seen him on TV in a month.
Yeah, you know what?
Is he sick?
I think because the recent election we had, right?
But
both Jason Kinney and Doug Ford disappeared during the elections.
No, 2 weeks before that. What's that girl that always hates Doug Ford? That always goes, he doesn't do this. What's her name?
Haworth or whatever.
The other
Andrew
side.
Horvath.
Yeah, and it's like she's sickening because that's all her whole thing is bad mouthing Ford.
Yeah. Well, when you're the opposition leader, that's your job.
I'd say what you're gonna do too, right?
She's no solution.
Yeah, exactly. Like if she doesn't like say some your ideas instead of always bashing him. Is that why you're doing your press conference? Is to bash a guy instead of giving some of your.
Yeah, and 100%. If her ideas were being used, their Doug Ford's side would be saying the same shit.
Okay,
to her,
you know what?
right?
I'm not a political guy. Whatever.
Yeah,
Where
maybe-
is he, anyways?
He's been MIA.
Is
Yeah,
he
he's been
still the
MIA.
premier of Ontario?
Apparently.
Yeah.
But what? How can? Okay, I could take my job and say, listen, I'm leave of absence. Not feeling good. I got stress. Whatever. Okay, good. You tell them. Where is this guy? This guy's the premier of Ontario.
It's probably they take a break like a little bit during the summer.
It's been over a month and a half,
Yeah.
2 months.
Like the federal government is off like July and August.
Yeah, but
and
still,
September.
Like, the prime minister still came out with that stupid speech yesterday about banning travel or whatever. So, but Doug used to have a press conference a week.
During
Please.
COVID times, he was on the radio, on the TV every
Well,
single
he had
day.
His radio show too, with it, like he was always one of those guys. Like I'm a man of the people. He's out there. I'm talking. Remember, like that was his whole thing. He had his radio show.
So is Rymer trying to say he's on vacation?
no,
Yeah,
'cause,
I
well,
think
he
he's on
went-
vacation. That's what I'm trying to say.
Or is he, I think, well, if he was on vacation, wouldn't the people say, somebody speak for him and say, yeah, Rob's over there at the fucking, I don't know.
Bar.
whatever. He's at the bar drinking.
If you look at the bar, that's where you'll find him.
But
Yeah.
can he just disappear like that? He's the premier of Ontario. Who's doing his job?
Yeah, and there's supposedly stuff
Yeah.
going on. Like
That's what people ask him
big
all the
stuff
time.
going on. No, I don't know.
No, I think they take a break. They take a break for like a month, like August, September, kind
yeah,
of like
it's October 5th.
is when Parliament
This is not the
Parliament
big-
returns in a
You know
couple
what?
of weeks.
Like we said, we dated this show. Today's October 7th. I want to see when next time we see him on the TV.
Okay.
But there's the legislature does not break in October. This is not the
Yeah,
regular
I don't know why
time
he's
for-
saying they're allowed to take this vacation. And if you do take this it would be known. Like
Right,
that
take a
girl,
break.
would say, "Where's Rob Ford?" She would say, "Oh, they're on break," so she wouldn't say it. She's basically saying he's MIA because
Because
he's
she's
MIA.
obviously doing
Right,
her
right.
work. She's
Yo.
showing up, right?
Maybe
Exactly.
Doug is busy reviewing the science on vaccines and COVID, and it takes a little bit of time to get that through his head.
Get
I don't
ready
know.
to do what? No, like again, a lot of these.
Maybe he's sick. Maybe he ate a lot or something. Does he eat a lot? Like a lot of
he
burgers?
doesn't
We'll look at him. Proof is in the
His
pudding.
fucking nephew or his nephew kid, he's going into politics too. He's like 24. He's like another butterball. He looks exactly like him.
These guys, they
Oh,
have
shit, I don't know.
the great appetites.
Yeah.
The daughters actually aren't that big.
She was the one that played the the lingerie football league.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It was Doug Ford's daughter.
Yeah.
Who's the one that smoked? Rob Ford, he died.
Yeah.
Doug Ford's daughter was in the lingerie football league. It was on for maybe 1 week.
Yeah.
And they showed some highlights. These girls were checking each other in the boards, whatever. But she was part of that team. So she was pretty decent, actually. You're right.
She was, yeah. She was an attractive athlete.
Yeah, athlete.
Bikini.
Professional
A
athlete.
lingerie
Professional
athlete. Yeah, she got paid.
I
And,
doubt it, but yeah, whatever.
Lingerie is not cheap, I imagine.
No.
No.
So Victoria's Secret, I think it's all mail order now.
Oh.
You should order
Mail
from
order.
Amazon, man. $20, you get everything. Garters, the fucking everything.
The whole
It falls apart after the first wash, but it's still $20.
Yeah, you get one wear out of it.
You get order an Amazon shirt, next thing you know, it's like double X. Fucking, it fits like Baby Gap on me. It's like above, like just belly button shirts. Like, what the hell is wrong with these? There's a size chart.
Yeah.
I was holding back. I was biting my tongue going, I was going to make that joke, but you say it, that's perfect.
No, because one time my nephew goes to me, "Where'd you get that shirt, the Baby Gap?" And I go, "You little you little punk." Americans, you can order anything you want online. They have 4X, 5X, 6X.
Yeah.
Here we got
That's
2X. That's the max.
Yeah.
And then when you get the 2X, it fits like a fucking large.
American small starts at 2X.
Yeah, they're huge, eh?
Yeah, generally, aren't they? Fuck, they are big humans.
That show with the McDonald's.
I think
that
the wobble in the earth is caused of the imbalance of the planet weight with the
So is
Americans.
it when they show you about the Americans, like the 1% on TV, the good looking, the rest is like really like obese and like hee-haw, like that kind of shit?
I mean, there's beautiful people everywhere, man.
No, but like
I'm not gonna
they-
shit
like
on
the
Americans.
TV
Good looking
kind-
people too. There's a lot of hotties down there, fresh meat.
No, but there's like very
But-
small percentage as opposed to their whole main
But there is,
population.
there is.
Like 400 million people, and everybody thinks they're bikini models, but they're not.
But there is an obesity pandemic in that country.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
epidemic.
That guy who ate the McDonald's for the thing and got himself, he was talking, they eat fast food 3-4 times a week.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Jack in the Box. Like,
Yeah.
those are, we don't have them here because.
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
occasionally
It's
that
like
meal.
McDonald's, the same shit, right?
Yeah, have
Jack
that
in-
meal once in a while. It's not going to kill you. It's
No,
gonna
no, of course not.
But you start eating fucking that
4 times a week.
4 times a week.
And it's not cheap.
And you're not getting real vegetables or.
You know
other
what's
than
a
ketchup.
fucking joke these days? Kentucky Fried fucking chicken. You order it for it's like $80. The chicken pieces don't even look like chicken breast anymore. Somebody told me they cut them in half. They have all these little wings. It's a scam. Swiss Chalet.
Yeah.
You want to feed 4 people? It's $150. You get these. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, they don't let the chickens grow anymore like they used to, man. They're not like the big meaty. But then I heard those chickens are also like they fill them with a lot of water, like when they're
Yeah.
And then Popeye's chicken is not necessarily any better, man. Like
I heard that
people
was
love
better
Popeyes.
than Kentucky.
That's maybe it's the flavor, but I find like there's not much meat content on that chicken.
Make your own chicken.
You know
Make
what,
your own
man?
chicken. You're right.
After the last order of Kentucky, I only ordered it once in a blue moon because my mom likes it.
Yeah.
So I get it for the family. I'll just order. And after it's like overpriced and it's just garbage.
It's very much garbage, yes.
Yeah.
It's like, why do we eat this shit, man? Like, it's
You live by the best is the Jerk King. Their fried chicken is a very good deal.
Yeah, anytime you make like a rotisserie chicken on a barbecue, it's
Yeah.
much better than that.
Well, you know what? My
fried
favorite
crap.
way to do chicken.
And
is-
it's cost efficient too.
Yes.
yeah,
very-
get some chicken, and barbecue it, man. Some barbecue
Listen,
sauce.
people are lazy, man. Like,
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
eating those. They used to those lean queen cuisine things to lose weight.
Oh yeah.
So they have 200 calories, but the sodium content,
Oh, yeah.
1,000, 50. I was like, people don't see that because they just see calories. But you're eating all that salt. It's like fucking. Oh, look who it is.
Ontario.
Shut the fuck
Okay,
up.
that's it. We're being rated.
Toronto, Ontario.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ontario called. Yeah, that's Doug
Ontario.
Ford.
And
That
Doug
was,
Ford.
that was Doug. You there trying to
Premiers.
fuck it. They don't like it. They don't like it.
He's like, listen, I heard you
I'm
guys
right here. I'm
talking.
right here outside the studio trying to get in.
Yeah, I want to come on and talk to the people.
Yeah, but I just don't have my COVID passport, so I won't be
Should
able
we
to come
mention
in.
that email before we sign off a little bit of the highlights? Okay, we'll let it go. We'll let
Yeah,
it go.
listeners, if you're liking the show, hating the show, want to get more show, drop us an email at blowhardtalkhard at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Blowhardtalker@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter, Blowhardpod,
And
Instagram, Blowhard, Talk Hard, iTunes, all that other
Yeah.
whatever, Spotify,
Yeah, wherever there's the internet, you can find us.
Yeah. Just
we're
B. What's the internet go? D. The dial-up.
Yeah, when you log on to the internet,
Yeah,
when
when
you
you-
dial-up connection, when you
Yeah.
get on to finally AOL finally connects to you,
Yeah.
please.
What was
Rate,
that other
review, and
Facebook thing
subscribe.
before when you got a ping, hello. Anyways, that was us. Time to go. The ping. Julian,
Rymer.
Producer Pat.
we're out, listeners. See you next week. Everybody be safe.